I think probably I was 11 years old. I placed either 46 or 47. And I was trained by my Uncle Vince, Evangelista, for the summer months. And that was my first exposure into the martial arts. And he trained me in, at that time, it wasn't called karate. They call it Te. And he trained on the island of Okinawa, so he taught me what is called Te. And then
very traditional.
Very traditional, and then he taught me a form of judo and jiu-jitsu, and that's the three arts I was introduced to. In those days, it was very, very secretive, so you never talked about it. Most people didn't even know you were practicing it because it was a thing that there were no commercial schools at that time, and so it was very, very, very private, and no one even knew I was taking it. I think it was just a lot of the Asians didn't like to show it in public, and they did it for self-cultivation. So it's very, very secretive. It's not like it wasn't a household word at that time, and people just didn't.
So they wanted to keep it for themselves,
mainly for themselves.
How and when did you first meet Sifu Bruce?
I met Bruce 1964 at the first International Karate Championships held in Long Beach. I believe I was 27 at that time, and or 26, and he was doing a demonstration in Long Beach, and I was the elimination chairman for the tournament at that time. At that time, the Chinese kept their martial art within the Chinese ranks. And when he started to teach, I don't think they, by the majority of the Chinese martial art community, I don't think they liked him teaching non-Chinese. I think the martial art should be shared with the right type of people. And I think it should be definitely not taken to the grave because there's a bit of information, a bit of knowledge that's lost to the people. And I think the reason why they probably kept it so secret, they wanted to keep it within a select few. I don't believe in taking the secrets to the grave. They serve no purpose, and I think they should be at least given to your top students. Sometimes it could be jealousy. It could be people are envious of other people. A lot of times they want to be on the upper echelon and people be below them. It could be insecurity, and I think we have strengths and weaknesses as martial art teachers. Martial arts should serve as, in my opinion, to serve the community. That's just my view on it. It should be shared with the right people, passed on with respect. I don't think any person, just because they hold a body of knowledge or a body of skill, should look down upon a person who doesn't have his skill and doesn't have his knowledge. It's been done before. It's a good thing what Dana White did. It just didn't have the media attention. Martial arts from different disciplines have always gone against other disciplines. But I don't believe one is better than the other. So if we just use two disciplines, let's say Taekwondo versus something like Shotokan Karate. Maybe one time the Shotokan person will win, sometimes the Taekwondo. I don't think it's one better. It's just the ability of his athletic ability, his ability to defend against the tactics of that discipline. That's where it's really at. Some systems appeal to different type of personalities and embrace what you like, and that would be your system of choice. But all the systems, in my opinion, have their place. I teach my students on different disciplines, from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to shoot wrestling. And then shoot wrestling itself is a composite of many styles, to Jeet Kune Do, to different Filipino martial arts, different Malaysian arts, different Indonesian arts, different African arts. Embrace things from West, embrace things from the East, embrace things from the Mid-East. You can't master everything, but you can get an appreciation for different martial arts, and I think that's why I like to study different martial arts. One One is probably curiosity. One is I like to know, what's efficient, what is not efficient. What is efficient for me when I'm 40 may not be efficient for me when I'm 50 or 60. Or as right now, I pick the martial arts I think that will benefit me at the age of 72. And probably I would have not thought the same mentally and physically. You're different when you're 25 or 27, so you got to adjust. But I kind of tend to like all the disciplines and all the different martial arts.
You have a very experienced life, and what is the most important lesson that life has taught you?
There's always some things you don't know. I think you should strive to know the unknown. There's always something to strive to be more knowledgeable and to be more tolerant. What is efficient, what is not efficient, and what I can use may possibly in one stage of my life that I couldn't use in another stage of my life.
Who do you look up to in the world of martial arts? People today, and also people in the past?
Oh, there are just so many. As fighters, there's so many of them. As teachers, I look up to people like Henry Slamansky, which very few people don't know about. I look up to people like Ed Parker, Dr. G, the head of the Bondo system, Professor Wally J. I look up to people in the karate world, to have laid the path so that we can, research. You can't get to one place unless these people lay the ground for us. So there's so many different Japanese martial artists that I look up to, different Korean masters that I've looked up to, different Okinawan masters. Everyone has given me something. Even when I didn't study, I look up to a person like Jean LaBelle because he laid the groundwork for a lot of different things. Obviously Bruce Lee, because I feel he was way ahead of his time. It's just so many different people. I look up to the boxers, and the wrestlers that laid the foundation. Great martial artists have come from India, Persia. And it sounds corny, but I think if he's spiritually correct, that's where you want to be, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. If you have the physical and the emotional and the mentally, it turns into spiritual. And I've always said I've always liked to find a student like myself. Not that I wasn't the greatest student. I'm a slow learner, but I learn a lot. What amazes me, I think, of how much I want to know, and what amazes me, what I don't know, and what amazes me is how much I know. Those are the three amazements in my life.
How would you describe the path of a warrior?
A path of a warrior is living day to day and meeting every obstacle and problem day by day and being able to solve it. A warrior, you could be a good warrior as far as within the fighting aspect, but things of fighting off or knowing what's the best for your body, such as health, what is the best for the community that you live in, that's a warrior. A warrior serves the community. From any culture, he has served the community. He lays his life down for that community, and he's constantly trying to improve his warrior skills in the physical aspect. And then on the mental aspect, he has to constantly sharpen those tools too. Because you can do it physically, and you can have a body of knowledge, but you might not know how to use it. Because I think Dr. G is correct that you have to have a certain amount of speed, a certain amount of strength, a certain amount of stamina. And then you have to have skill. And even if you have the skill, if you don't know the strategy, then the skill is worthless. And then you have to have what I call fighting spirit. That's what Dr. G, the 6 S's of combat.